It's me, it's Queen Osaharu, and thank you for joining me for another wonderful edition of Ask an Aquarius. If you haven't already, please hit the red subscribe button and smack the bell. Okay, guys, someone asked me, an Aquarius, she asked me, why is it that Aquarius, many of us have such deep feelings, but don't express them to anybody, don't talk about them, don't share them. And it's to the point where most of the planet thinks that Aquarius are heartless, unfeeling, emotionless are some of the words I've seen about us. If you Google it, you will see these kind of words about us. But nothing can be further from the truth for many of us. Many of us have very deep feelings, but we don't talk about them. We don't express them in any kind of way. So she wanted to know why. Like, why do we do that? Because she does it too and can't understand why she does it. So I wanted to tell you guys the reasons that I know and invite you to put in the comment section the reasons that you know. So the reasons that I know that Aquarius do not share their feelings have a lot to do with emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence is the ability to express and deal with and process your emotions in a healthy and productive way. Now, emotional intelligence is not something that's taught in school. It's generally taught to you by your parents as a child. So if your parent didn't teach you how to deal with your emotions, how to express your emotions, how to see your emotions as normal and healthy, and how to deal with them productively in a way that didn't hurt other people, then you probably will have a difficulty with emotional intelligence. Now, some of us do get it from other places, such as school or mentors or coaches or things like that. But this is something that's generally taught in the earliest stages of life. So you're 2, 3, 4, birth, those parts of life, that's when those lessons are given. So if there is a problem during that time, you probably don't have a teacher yet. So for example, that I give people is, if you were a baby and when you cried, your cries were not responded to, or they were responded to negatively, or something like that may have occurred, you may have internalized that as not crying or constantly crying to get what you want. But you wouldn't remember that. That's something that was conditioned in you from your parents' responses to you in your first couple of months of life. So basically, emotional intelligence it starts early. And if you never really get a good grasp on it, you'll never really be good at it until you sit down and learn it, which is what happened with me. I wasn't good at it. Wasn't good at it for most of my life. Got older, started taking workshops, started taking classes, started reading books, and started realizing how to process my emotions in a manner that was productive and healthy and functional. Once you're able to do that, then an Aquarius will start to talk about their emotions and be able to express them. So most of us don't have that. We just, as a group, is something that we generally lack. We don't really like emotion that much. We don't really, it can drown us at times. All that water can be drowning to us at times. It's hard to process it, hard to get through it sometimes. It's just so much to it. So a lot of Aquarius just stay away from it because we're like, ooh, this is exhausting. I know a lot of Aquarius that I've talked to in the past couple of weeks about emotions, and one of their comments was, ugh, now I see why I stay away from this. Because it is a bear for us. For our particular sun sign, this is one of the things that's a bear. So it's not like we don't have the emotion. The emotion is there, but the way we deal with it isn't productive and it isn't healthy. A lot of Aquarius bury their emotions, suppress their emotions, compartmentalize their emotions, but they don't deal with them. They don't express them. They don't talk about them. A lot of times when I was angry or frustrated, I couldn't talk. Before I started to learn emotional intelligence, I would be so sad or so angry that I could not talk. So trying to talk to the person and saying, well, this happened and this and that and that and this and this, it would be caught in my throat and I couldn't express it. I would be so upset. I would be so choked on it. I couldn't even talk about it. And it took a long time for me to learn how to keep myself calm enough to be able to express my emotions. And then after expressing them, dealing with them in a manner that's productive. Okay, now you've expressed that you're angry. How are you going to deal with the anger? You're going to punch somebody in the face? You're going to go get on the treadmill? What are you going to do? You know? So for a lot of us, that is the bottom line. It's either number one, we don't have the emotional intelligence, or we're frustrated with our emotions. It's one of those kind of things. So when I talk to most Aquarius about it, and they tell me, I really felt deeply about it, but I couldn't talk to this person about it. Some of the times that's just not trusting that person. Aquarius have to be able to trust you to reveal their feelings to you. So if an Aquarius doesn't trust you, they're not going to tell you shit. And the Aquarius is like, why can't I talk? Why I don't understand why I'm acting this way. Because you don't trust that person. So your spirit is like, they don't want to talk to them. So you can change that. You, as a functioning adult, you can sit and calm yourself. You can meditate. You can breathe. You can do whatever you got to do to calm yourself and have that conversation. In the past couple of years, I've had some of the most difficult and painful conversations. And you know what I learned, guys? They didn't kill me. Not one of them killed me. I'm still here. I had a lot of painful conversations with people. Like, this is what it is. I'm tired of not telling you what it is because you keep asking me and fucking with me. So let's talk about what it really is. So I've had a lot of very painful conversations that I would not have normally even bothered to have. Normally, I would just ghost or not say anything at all. And that's what most Aquarius do that have this issue. We ghost. We don't say anything. We get choked up on our words. Some of us cry because we're so angry we want to kill you. So we can't talk while we're crying. It just depends on the Aquarius. But a lot of it has to do with that. So a lot of times I wouldn't say anything. And sometimes I didn't really just think the person deserved me to say anything. Some of that ghosting was because, say something for what? Give you an explanation for what? It was nothing there. So I didn't feel even the need to do so. But as I've gotten older, I'm like, okay, it's not my need, it's their need. Maybe that person needs to hear it more than I need to say it. And maybe sometimes I need to say it. And maybe sometimes it's both. So now that I'm older, I see the importance in these things. But as a young Aquarius, I didn't even try to fight past the urge not to say shit. I didn't even try to fight past the urge to compartmentalize or bury or suppress my feelings. So I think that that's what it is. Now, I know some of you guys may have some other ideas I'm dying to read later, but that's what I've come up with. And so what happens is that people start to say, oh, the Aquarius has no feelings because they don't see them. The thing with me is you guys see my emotions sometimes, and not even all the time, because I'm pretty good. If something really hurts me, that's when you can even see it in my face. You can see it on camera, But I'm good at not expressing it. So some of the times I can hold it back. It depends on how bad it hurts, to be honest with you. Because something hurts really bad, I can't hold it back. But some things are easier to hold back than others. So over time, I've learned to let it go, to not suppress them, to talk about them. Even if I don't want to talk to the person that's asking the question, I can talk to somebody about it. I don't have to hold them in and stuff them and get busy to ignore them. I can talk to somebody. I can cry. It's okay to cry. You can cry without being stuck in a depression for 40 years. You can cry for a few hours, let it go, and move on, And I think that that's the bottom line with Aquarius, is that many of us need to learn those skills. We need to learn emotional intelligence skills. And then after that, we're fine, And remember what I said about it didn't kill me. I've had a lot of painful conversations. And one of the reasons why I didn't have them in the past is I hate painful conversations. But some of them were very necessary. I've come to find that sometimes those painful conversations are really necessary, even if they don't get you anywhere, like they don't rectify the situation. But some of the times it's just important to get it out. So that's my reasons why Aquarius do that. What are yours? If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And please pass it on to somebody else who's asking themselves or asking you the same question. Likewise, come back tomorrow because I have a lot more to say. If you want an oracle card or a tarot reading, email me. If you got a question for Ask an Aquarius, email me. If you want to hit me up on social media, I don't have a lot of time to talk on social media, but I will respond to you. Okay? See you later.